backstage with Jay Leno? Like when y'all heard,
as far as this guy, I mean, come on, is this guy coming? It wasn't like that. You know,
was everyone like, oh, cool, Jay Leno's coming in. This is awesome.
You know what, man? I mean, when Jay Leno came in, everybody was, you know, they was on so many drugs, man. And they didn't care what was going on. It was. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was.
Hey, bro, you know it's a good idea.
Nobody was watching the kitchen or nothing.
Post of the Tonight Show.
No, I mean, you know, but as well as you got to understand, man. People was making so much money back then, man. Those guys in WCW at that point in time when with Leno and all that stuff, the houses was so big. It was so much money going around, man. You know. Didn't nobody think about Jay Leno? They was partying. You know what I mean? They had their big cars. You know what I mean? Eating beef. You know what I'm saying? You know, eating beef and driving big cars. You know what I'm saying? It was a party going on, man.
So nobody cared that Leno was
coming. Guys were bringing the golf clubs on the road. The girls. You know what I'm saying? It was nuts. It was Animal House. I'm serious, man.
They were bringing their clubs. Bro. They're like, hey, brother, we're going to get around it before the show.
Before the show. It was nuts. Because they knew they wasn't working. You know, guys show up to the show and they accidentally forget his music. And that was the excuse not to go on that night.
Bro, you ain't got the theme, man. You know, I can't make that walk. I need the music, man.
My music, bro.
And watch it have been like one of the NWO guys. They all had the same music.
I'm not playing with you, man.
So is that real? Somebody really was like, they didn't have their music, and I'm not going out.
Yes.
That happened.
Yes. that happened. I'm not playing with you, man. It was nuts. You know, so, like I said, at that point in time, man.
That is crazy.
You know, that's how I got famous.
Because everybody else wasn't working?
Guys didn't want to work. Bro, I'm not playing. You know, Jimmy Hart, Mouth of the South, he can vouch for me on this. Because Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, he was running Saturday Night TV. Saturday night.
605 TBS.
Saturday Night Main Event. He was running that show when I was television champion. And he was so frustrated. I gotta get him on the show.
I'd love to talk to Jimmy Hart.
He was so frustrated at that time because he couldn't get any of the guys to want to work on the Saturday Night Main Event show. They only wanted to work on Monday Night Nitro and Thunder, Thursday Night Thunder. They would refuse to work on television on Saturday night on WTBS.
One of the biggest cable stations in the world.
The
super station.
So I told Jimmy Hart, I said, Jimmy, I'm your guy. I defend the television championship every Saturday night on television. And Jimmy Hart came to me every Saturday night to defend the television championship. And that was the beginning of my run working with Jimmy Hart because nobody wanted to work on Saturday night. That's how much money those guys were getting paid in that company at that time.
So to bring it full circle, when Leno came on, they're like, I don't care.
Look, man, why you don't understand when I say I still got WCW money. You better get some, want some, sucker. Hey guys, we'll be back in the Hall of Fame in a minute.